for either of these two schools, but it's one that could easily define.
Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Thanks, guys. The Florida head coach told me before the game, one of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Guys?
Okay, Holly. The Gators ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Durham. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. You reach this portion of the season, in games like this, top 5 showdown can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. If you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really...
Snags it, and there's running room. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Bringing the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. LSU right back to the line.
Great job by the defense that time getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
Handoff, Caden Durham. Still on his feet at the 35. He's into the open down the middle. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And they tacked on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lloyd. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so...
Makes the catch, and he's free. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. And the Gators, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Jones to throw. Throws it deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. He wants to throw it again. Got it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Close to midfield, fourth down. I think most coaches in college football say that's a green zone now.
Has to be, because there's really not that much to gain by kicking it away.
Because you kick it in the end zone, they take it out to the 20. You're only picking up how many yards they can return it. So I know if I run a play, I've got a really good chance to get it. So stay aggressive, offensive coaches.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking left. Pulls it in. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The Gators have it with a first and goal. He's got him. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Gators will hustle to the line. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And as a defense, you just went, whoo, he just dodged a bullet. Not great coverage, an opportunity for them to get a touchdown, and it goes right through his hands. Little bit of lack of concentration, and that cost him 6 points.
A spectacular one-hand grab.
I love the third down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on third down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. They want to throw it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He marched 78 yards down the field, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
A lot of history between these two teams because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
Complete to the left. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 10. He is in. Touchdown LSU.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Guys, LSU has the lead here. As we take a look at the stats, both teams putting up some numbers. No reason to think so far we won't see plenty more offense on display, or will the defense find an answer as we start the second quarter? The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. That's caught. It's Singleton. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. And the Gators moving quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They get to him as he throws. Got the tight end outside. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. On his feet at the 40. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum. And what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
On the option. He got some room in into the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Gators.
Really nice job of executing that time by the offense on the option play. Really nice blocking up front. And the quarterback there really had a two-way go. He could have pitched that. The pitch guy was wide open. But the QB decided to keep it himself. Down here in the red zone-ish area, he's able to make guys miss and take it in for the score.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Breaks into the open. The 30. The 20. He's at the the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. That is his third score of the game, and now 14 on the season. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Running inside. It's ball. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Gators are in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Jones to throw. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Touchdown LSU! And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Motion from the back. Jones wants to throw it. Buys a little time. Lets it fly. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Complete out left to Wilson. Open space at the 25. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need...
Unleashes one deep. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting there, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll give it to Ball. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
He might want another play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Fires to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Hauls it in.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at it. If you do that, and you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Making side adjustments here. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll move the wide receiver. He breaks a tackle, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Jones to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. A nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
And the Gators will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Man, and that one stings, right? Like, you're a receiver, it's 4th down, understanding where the sticks are, you do everything right except for the last part, man. Just lose concentration, maybe take your eye off the football a little bit.
He'll take the deep shot. Leaping grab for a big gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Maybe a double pass. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Cal taking on the number 9 team, the Virginia Cavaliers. And it's the Golden Bears coming away victorious in an absolute instant classic. We'll have to check the record books to find the last time both teams went over 50 points. My goodness, what a game. And there is still a lot of work to do on the season, but they get back to 2-4 in the standings.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. Could not make his way to the corner.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Quarterback making checks. Sends it back in motion. Jones wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Into the secondary on the right. 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
And that's what makes makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field, uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the finish shows just how potent they are, an 88-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Here comes the heat. And it's a sack. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that can really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
Going for it all. Makes the grab on the left side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Tigers racing to the line in a hurry-up.
That is a big-time completion for the offense. You have to give all the credit to the offensive line because he had all day to sit back there in the pocket, find an open man downfield. That was just way too easy for the offense. The defense, no pass rush whatsoever, and the result is a big explosive play for the O.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Looking downfield, it's Levin. Pressure coming. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Run in the red zone, it's Durham. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Tigers. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot, though.
Shakes off the defender.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Jones to throw. Sends it downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. LSU quick to the line.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, looking to pass. Still on his feet at the 45. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away.
A shot toward the end zone. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels.
Makes the grab. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. To the air, it's Levin. Moving out to the right. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They'll run it with Caden Durham. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Out of bounds, stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Jones wants to throw it. Going to take a shot. Goes high to pull it in. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Gators headed quickly to the line. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on first down. Fires left. With the catch, it's Brown. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to throw again. He'll take a shot. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. And he couldn't save the down or the yardage after the intentional grounding call. It'll be 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Oh, there's an alley to the left. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. from the red zone, looking for a space. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Second down, he'll throw it. Rush is on him. He gets away. There's some room. He'll be wrestled out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Off the RPO, complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Here's Durham, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious, he's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed. Turning it on. Picks up the first down. He's inside the 40. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Might be changing the route. Jones to throw. It's complete to the left. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. The Gators can really attack on this second and short. Gets the back moving. To the air on second down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
One guy up front loses his focus, and it leads to that sack. And it's unfortunate because they had all 11 guys on the same page these last 2 drives. Obviously scoring a touchdown the last time out, and really doing a nice job even on this drive of moving the football. And then it comes to that one critical third down, one guy not doing what he's supposed to do, and now you're set up in 4th and long, and it looks like they're going to have to punt.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After their defense slammed the door shut, now the finishing touches can be put on this one. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds his man. It's Green. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. LSU right back to the line. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there. Fires toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Goes high to pull it in. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He wants to throw it. Looking to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He'll bring it out. It's Floyd. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And it's not a surprise so far in how this game is unfolding. They're going to continue to feature this dude. Third downs, get him the football. Shoot, first downs, you're going to get him the football. Had a good start to this football game, and I expect we're going to continue to hear his name over and over in this one.
Jones wants to throw it. Finds his big tight end.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Stepping to the right. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of them today.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Tigers spin their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 4th down, going to the air. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Well, I know when the defense goes back and watches this film, it's not going to be perfect, but that was the stop they needed, right, David? You got 2 great offenses going back and forth. You just got to be able to break serve once, and the defense did it here at the very end. No matter how you do it, I know the stats weren't great, but the most important statistic, they get the win.
Get the win. Obviously, you worry about cleaning everything up, but you also...
Makes a grab and room to run. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. To throw, it's Levitt. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he added the extra point. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lloyd. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room and couldn't find much on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to get it through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Jones to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team,